Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Temerian Tuesday, and I got a fun deck for you. I have named this Draug Queen. Mostly because it has Queen Meave in it and it has Draug. But you know, Philippa could be your Draug Queen if you want. Or you can imagine Foltest as your Draug Queen. I don't care. You go for it. This deck's pretty fun. Basically, the idea is to just get a whole bunch of Swarm. Foltest with Dun Banners is almost an auto win. So you get that working. And how you play it, depending on how much removal there is, can really change. The one thing I'm going to change in here that I kind of think would have been nice, there just needs to be a little bit more boost in this for our good friend Queen Adalia. So I'm going to swap out the Scytheman for a Temple Guard. Everything else works pretty well, pretty straightforward. There are a ton of boosts in here. I just have found a couple of times I've needed a little bit more from Meave. So, but I really like Sergeants. I really like Radovid's Royal Guards. Carrick Marine is pretty good on Devotion, which this is. PFIs, as these are being called by the community, are really good right now too. Hey Chairman, how's it going? Audio is good, thank you. I've been tweaking my mic. It's because there's been like a weird background hum I noticed in some of my videos, so I keep trying to tweak that to get better. Thank you for the feedback. Anyway, we're gonna film this video and then have some party time on Twitch. So if you haven't followed me on Twitch, if you never watched, you're just a YouTuber, that's cool. But if you do want to have party time, make deck requests, force me to play stupid cards I've never wanted to play, join us on Twitch. Link is above in the description or below if you're on more mobile. Anyway, Baron's in here for really good value. Reynard's in here for awesome value. Vizigard is actually playing pretty well right now. If you wanted to swap anything in here, you could go. You know what? I'm gonna do it because I'm not super in love with Keldar. The one person I kind of want is actually Ildiko. But Keldar's also really good. Keldar's a great engine that people just remove. But Ildiko helps solve the Vizigard problem and the Bloody Baron problem. So, although Bloody Baron is also solved by Reynard. But we'll walk you through that. And then you have to play this deck with Foltest as your avatar. It's just not the same if he's not. Pits and Maneuver is really good right now. It's not a ton of points. So I actually think it is pretty well balanced. I just think that Swarm is actually the best right now, personally. I think it's better than most of the control decks. I've fought against a couple of Tin Boys, Lambert Swordmasters, lots of tech cards flying around right now. But tech's not as good as the Swarm itself, in my opinion, at this current juncture. I'd like to see Arrakis Swarm decks bring Lacerate more, since you get a free unit. It's almost always going to find value. Ooh, not unwholesome. I don't know what to call it, but wholesomeless, unwholesome, horrible, feel bads, no good, very bad day. Okay, so I basically want to go for PFIs and Draug with Meave is a really good combo, and then also really like to go for our good friend Foltest in a later round. But Valyrian Scytheman with Meave also works really well. So we'll go for it. I am not going to hold my breath though. But a great way to kind of get this started actually is to just lead out with PFIs. So my personal preference in doing them is to just go ahead and start with one. And the big reason you start with these now is because they spawn 1-point units on each side. So we're just kind of trying to play around our delightful friend Imperial Manticore. Yeah, Radaeolus for Urn. Yeah, or it could be V too. So, which V I'm actually really okay with. V would mean I get to do whatever I want and the opponent can't do anything about it. So we're going to drop Meave now. I do have to boost her above this. I get to use the stratagem. I would have preferred her not be above the 8 just for Curse of Corruption purposes. This looks like a V deck so far, though. If this was gonna be something else, I would have expected it a little bit faster. Okay, now I don't want to convert these guys until I get the PFIs down, and I don't really want this guy getting damaged, so we're just gonna go for Cadwani Sergeant here. And we're just gonna kind of preserve this value on him. And the me will save him at the end of next turn. Although she goes after him, so we have to boost him up one more time. Not my favorite. So we're gonna lose one of these, so that's okay. We're just gonna go for the other PFIs on this row. And you definitely want Meave on the opposing row from these guys, just so row punish can't get you, but also, so here you said that they go sequentially, but also so we can set up for Draug a little bit better. You can try to win a mo, but you won't. It's kind of up to you when you want to go for the Draug with this deck. I'm preserving this bleed value here, so why not? And then actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to play one of these first, and we're going to take Philippa. And I'm doing this mostly to show how to do this, not because it's necessarily a good idea. But you get this free volunteer here, and he makes great fodder for Draug. And then I really like Philippa to just set up for these Cadwani Revenants. If Meave gets removed, these guys also are good for removing these LFIs and RFFs. LFFs. Kind of like your BFF. Oh! Okay, well, so the suck thing about full test coming out now is A, we don't have good value for the next round. B, I don't have ready access to my done banners, and I don't want to spend another leader charge on it because it'll just fill up this row. So we'll get extra revenants, which I don't love, but is fine. Although here I think we're just gonna go for, we'll remove one of these Bruxay, and then we'll just go for Illyrian Scytheman. We have so much engine value off of Meave that we don't really need to worry about anything else here. I don't love getting extra revenants, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It's a little bit better with Erland. I can alternatively play Philippa here if I want to. Yeah, it just is what it is. Alright, so Reynard with Ildiko is great. Let's just see if we can draw into something with a little bit more value. I don't see it here. So I think I'm probably going to dig for Visigarde using Leader, which is fine. There's a couple of ways I like to do that. So let's get down Ildiko here. And we're going to go ahead and take Visigarde. And we're just going to go all out this round. The goal here is basically just to bleed V dry. Northern Realms likes the long round. And we can go ahead and face meld a few units with Philippa. Ugh. Okay, I take back everything I just said. We're gonna go ahead and pass against Haunt. It's just too much value. I don't need to win this round, so. I think this is a poor move by the opponent here. I know you get some consistency off of it, but in a V deck you have so many tutors anyway. I also think it's a weird choice to play out the second half of Oniro into a round where you're down. I think you really would have wanted to save that. Hey Ranger 1219, how's it going? I'm doing well. Playing Draug Queen. Okay, so just because of Visigarde, I'd rather have Sergeant than Royal Guards, and I definitely don't want Cadwani Knight because he's the best value I can get off of that pull, except for maybe Lyrian Scytheman. So, and since Scytheman boosted himself, that's why you're seeing a boosted extra copy in my deck. So that's what Full Test got for us. All right, so now here, what I want to do, I probably want to play Donimir to melee. Opponent can't really do anything to my stuff, but sometimes you see V-decks include like some, you know, some bronze removal cards. I just don't want to deal with that. Okay, so this is not my favorite way of doing this. This is actually a good way of playing around the Philippa here. Yeah, we just lost several points. We lost 2 points there off of the second ping. But we did nuke the dominance until the opponent plays the V. Yeah, now it's back. That's fine. This is just an arms race of who can play more points faster. I'm just trying to force them to consolidate a lot of value into the next consume card. VJam! Hey, just started playing the game, says LineTie14. Any tips? Yes. Have fun. Honestly, people just... Gwent is an incredibly fun, thought-provoking game. Just don't get burnt out. Just play it because it's fun. Don't play it because somebody told you a deck is cool or you need to do it. Enjoy it. Gwent's a riot. Alright, we're just going to go to range here. He doesn't have any removal. Oh, and then just watch some... here, I'll post up my... I have a YouTube list for intro players. There's my YouTube channel. Check out that playlist. It's pretty good. Yeah, I think, like, make spicy decks. Play stuff that's fun and different and, like, is intriguing to you. Alright, I'm just letting this Slizzard go. Not that I can do anything about the Slizzard anyway, but I'm letting this Slizzard go, especially because of Bloody Baron. Let's go ahead here and take Karak Marine, because it's cool. Everybody else is going to get boosted, but we can hold this. There's no reason to get scared of it. Salamander does count as fun, although you'll probably get burned out playing Salamander because it's such a tricky deck to play. My good friend Plain Talk John, though, who has another Twitch channel, he loves that card, and he has some really fun ways to play it. It's just such like a... It works when it works, and it doesn't work very often. But it is a cool card. Alright, so Visigarde has to come out in time. We can play Baron last, that's fine. Let's just go ahead and get out. Let's see. Scytheman plays for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points maybe. So Knight is always going to be better. So there's no reason to hold off on him. Guess we should have put Kedwini Sergeant up there for that reason, but that's okay. We're still hanging in there points-wise with this guy. But Baron is going to be a massive reset. I'm guessing he's going to start committing these to Barbagazi. But he might just keep committing to this Lizard. No, he goes for the leader there. It's fine. Oh, you're not new? Oh, whatever. All my advice still applies. Yeah, dude. I mean, Gwent is a great game to stimulate the creative side of your brain. Like, and if you're not doing that, it's not in my opinion, it's not actually like the best game for competitive play per se. There's some other games that are a little bit better and less anxiety inducing. But it's pretty fun. Yeah, I think he's just trying to play around the Baron here. Okay, so Ekimara is the most value at 16 onto 1. And I think we get the win here. Yeah. Visigard coming in clutch against V. Even with the full test loss, which really sucks. Honestly, if I was playing smart, I would have remembered a HeroQuex, and we would have committed a leader just to get full test in hand. So that was a bit of a misplay by me. And we could have just played full test on set it and forget it for round 2, but are where we are. Reddit told you Visigard sucks. You stimulate injecting salt in your veins. Always casual strolls on Reddit. You know, I will say this. The Gwent Reddit community, though, is honestly pretty sharp. Like, people have strong opinions, but people are smart. And people are not just... There are very few trolls in the Gwent community. It's a very committed community who really likes the game. So even though people get, like, really pissy about certain things like Visigard sucking. Like, Ildiko makes Visigard a lot more viable. As does, you know, as a siege support and Vess. You Soyo J, you're a troll. Fair enough. Alright, okay, so against Inspired Zeal, I don't know. It's just kind of an all-out brawl here, not gonna lie. Going first is honestly kind of good in this situation. Cool, I'll take that. Let's go ahead here and just set up... let's get a Radovid's Royal Guards going here. I just want to be able to get out both the Dun Banners. As soon as we get out both Dun Banners, we should be okay. We have Kudakuk in hand, so even if the opponent is carrying Marguerite, we'll be alright. This is kind of an annoying setup, but ever predictable. I don't really care about the loss of armor against this deck, so this is fine. So the goal of the opponent here is going to hit this other 2 damage and then play Roach Merciless, who will spawn the commando, and then he'll use the leader ability to get the other commando out. This is a weird commitment to kill these Dun Banners because it just frees up room for me on this row. But people are weird and make weird choices. So commandos are more value. Commando Roach is like more value all at once. But Foltest is just... So here we get Crystal Skull too. So unless he's playing Heatwave, which he might be, but typically it's not. It's too much. It's too expensive to carry in the blue stripe deck. So unless he's carrying Heatwave, we just get 5 points per per turn without having to do anything. And he can tempo up here with like a blue stripe scout, which is plays for 8 points. If he plays it off Amphib, it plays for an additional 5. Yeah, so here we see Amphib come on to a blue stripe scout. You know that I've played this deck so many times and done my own iterations of it so many times. I know exactly what it's going to be and how many points it gets per turn. It's just meh. It's just kind of meh. Alright, let's go for... We're just going to kind of be building towards a Scytheman here, probably. Off of Amphibious Assault. That was a bad play from me. Whoops. Yeah, I always make this mistake. You want to boost a Dun Banner first. This is why I like the Sergeants more, because I can commit a boost onto one of the Dun Banners. And then boost a different character. So here we'll go for like we'll go for a boost onto Dun Banner with Cadwani Sergeant and then a boost onto the Marine. So and that's because of how full test works. The first time a bronze unit on your side of the battlefield is boosted each turn, spawn a base copy of it in your deck. And then if it's devotion, which we are, then boost the spawned copy by 1. At the end of your turn, boost the copy to the right by 1. Yeah, but I only have one Scytheman. So Chairman Wu is saying the Scytheman gets boosted regardless after he plays, right? So the Scytheman is gonna get the boost. Yeah, now the Sergeant gets oh, this is not my best day at Gwent. Oh my gosh. It's fine. It's not, so I don't think the Amphib itself creates the boost. It's the formation play and the other play. Oh, this is a weird pass from the opponent here because we automatically pass him up in points, but I think they probably missed their reinforcements. They missed their other blue stripe, so whatever. It's fine. Yeah, we get Meave and PFIs here, so I'm honestly for pushing here. Let's see if we can get a few more things that we want. Reynard is awesome. Because of Reynard, we don't really need Sergeant. Alright, and then I love Pincer Maneuver, being able to put something back into your deck. It's so nice. And then we'll just hold Philippa for short round 3 if it comes to that. But here we should be able to just go ahead and go for one of these PFIs. We haven't played Amphib yet either, so we get that for free here. But we'll play Reynard and Meave to melee row. Well, actually, let's go this PFI and then we'll play Reynard. It's a little bit slower than I prefer. I made a mistake here. I need to play the first one to ranged, then play Reynard, then play Meave. We just have to have a way to boost Meave. This is good. He might be doing the same thing we just did. And I'm not worried about the boost here for the Reynard or for the Visigoth or whatever, because we're going to get Meave out.
Onward! Attack! Find them. It's war you want? Then war you
You shall have.
I think I'm going to commit the Philippa here. So the opponent goes for like the exact same play we're going for, which is a little weird. Okay, we're going to commit the Philippa here. Sets up good for the Draug. Sets up well for the Draug too. And then Cadwani Knight goes back into the deck. So she's a nice 1-point feed for the Draug too. Alright, we get the boost off of Meave, so he's got to commit more boost to her. Which he's more able to do through this leader charge. You know, I committed to referring to them by their avatars, so we'll refer to her as her. Since it's Triss. So Triss here, got to commit some value. But now Foltest is a feed for Draug, which works really well for us. But Philippa, usually, typically, if you don't have Reynard, she comes out at just 1 point. So you can commit the self-damage, and you get a net 2 points. Because you're spawning a 3-point little Revenant. It's kind of cool. I like it. I'm a fan. Yeah, okay. I've seen people do these online, and I don't like it. Didn't before, I don't now. And I'm going to take a Visigared here. Well, I don't know. We get enough conversions here. Let's just go for it. In comes the Meave boost, getting us a lot of value. He's going to get the Meave boost off here, but we clean off the Foltest. And this Dun Banner here is set up well for us. Just like carrying Oniromancy and Amphibious Assault is just too expensive. So then I think the idea here is to play Amphib and Oniro after you get out, you know, the Dun Banners with Pavetta. Yeah, okay, cool. Pavetta's going to cycle these 4 back in, so that's fun for him. Lots of value there. The opponent takes the big lead in the boost. Yeah, so we're just going to polish off Foltest here. He's 5 points per turn for the opponent, so just don't want to yield that up. And then we can clear off this Dun Banner. And Meave will go off again. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. Or wait, is there? I'm having fun. Oh, okay. This is a good trade. He's got to do something about him, so. Okay, mine goes off actually before his. He has to make another play here. So this works out actually really well for me. He can't just pass. If he passes, then I win. Obviously, I win just generally. But his Meave goes off after mine, so he can wait it out. But this is the best time for me to pass. Is the long story short. Nautilus just breaking here for points. that out. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, he had to Pavetta to bring out the blue stripes. And we still had some good stuff left. Have to do your math. Do your maths. Yeah. Losing the Visigoread was pretty stressful. I thought we were gonna lose it there, but I don't know. I don't want to jinx this, but I don't know that I've lost a game. And I played this by myself, no streaming, just having fun playing Gwent. Honestly, if I have like a super smarmy name for a deck, it's because I've actually enjoyed playing it. That's the secret sauce, you guys who have sat through 2 games into 30 minutes of me recording Gwent videos. You can now know that secret that I hold near and dear to my heart. Okay, let's see if we can get Amphib here. Fine. You know, one of the worst things about Nilfgaard is, and nobody does this, but just lock the Dun banner next to full test. Everybody locks the full test. Lock the Dun banner. That's where I really run into problems. Alright, let's go for the Sergeant. And I really like, Northern Realms is really good right now, and Queen Meve is amazing, and Kahir is her worst enemy. Kahir is the anti-venom to Meve, although, Kahir's worst enemy is Baron, so it's actually kind of balanced in that way. I cast the Degloween, and then I'm going to boost the other one just because I want boosted units. It's greater than 0% likelihood that Nilfgaard's going to lock this guy. But the best thing about full test is if he doesn't get removed by Heatwave or Yenvo. Yenvo is actually a problem with him. But as long as he doesn't get removed by those, you can just set it and forget it, man. Alright, I don't know what this is gonna be. It tells me that the guy has... I just have to say, it really bothers me that these guys spawn with 1 armor. They get more armor now because of Imperial Formation. But Trebuchets and Lyrian Arbalists don't get any. Drives me nuts. I don't know why. It just really bothers me. Yeah, I mean, a spy is just a problem I can't solve, so. Yeah, is what it is. Amir is a bit weird here.
Patience is not a virtue I am known to have.
I don't fully understand why you would play Amir right now. Yeah, I would have 100% just played an emissary or a Duchess Informant. Even weirder. Alright, so now you just set it and forget it. We're done. It's 5 points a turn. 5 points a turn is actually kind of a lot, so enjoy, Nilfgaard. So he's got to make like a 15-point play here, or stop the full test somehow. But playing a Duchess Informant isn't enough points. Okay, this is the smart move. Just kind of too little too late. And it is going to come back to me, so I actually do get 2 of them. So I get the same 6-point tutor play a second time. Good luck. Yeah. I mean, carrying the first round is good, but now I guarantee myself a round 3, so. And he didn't have any instant removal to deal with full test. So, here we pretty much just play Tridom and get out of this round. I'm just digging for Amphib. No such luck. So we'll see what the opponent plays here. We might commit a leader just to get Amphib if the opponent plays. They can play 1 card. Okay, here. These done banners are actually worth quite a bit of points, so we're gonna angle in that direction. We're just gonna start with Cadwani Sergeant here, though.
Stand and fight.
He's good value with Tridom as well, by the way, because you can just dump these 2 boosts onto Tridom. And I'm gonna save these 2 charges for Draug. The Trident gets boost value and does that random damage, and that's cool, but not really worth it otherwise. And again, we just kind of guarantee ourselves a nice long round 3 against an opponent's deck that looks like it wants to be spies. Now, for lore purposes, I'm okay losing to Nilfgaard as Northern Realms. I am. Now some people are going to be like, how could you say that? Well, because it's true. Let's see here. I like the PFIs with Reynard, but we're gonna go for Dawnmere anyway. Okay, don't die. Yep. Not a whole lot of thinking involved there. Well, you probably should have played him. No, because I don't want him getting changed. Okay. Yeah, Meave and Reynard go to ranged. Pincer Maneuver, the biggest downside I'd say is that you don't get that boost onto Meave. Although you could play Erland and get her pre-boosted. Cool.
Company, forward march.
I can choose whether or not I want to use the Purify here. I don't know. Enforcers feels a little weird.
The morrow shall bring a better day.
Hey, big flaky giant, how's it going? Of course I still jam Devotion. I'm morally opposed to Heatwave. I don't want to go on too much of a rant here, but Heatwave, in my opinion, is lazy game development. I think it's I feel the same way about it as Jason Salama said about Lockdown. It's just, they don't have that strong feelings about changing things, and it reflects poorly on them, I think. In my personal opinion. In my humble opinion. Downside with Ildiko with Draug is its play. Let's... We get the dun banners out next turn. So let us do... Just get down, Ildiko.
Disgusting old man.
This gives me some flexibility. Then we'll play down the dun banners with Amphib, cycle back through, and probably take Kudakook. Oh, please play him to melee. I have no soul. Alright, there's only one way to do this. He's gonna leave it here too. 20 bucks says he leaves it here. Oh no, he pulls him back. He should have left it there. I mean, I guess not in actuality, but... Alright, I have this question of whether or not I want to try to preserve this value. You know, I honestly would be tempted here to play Kudakook, but he gets me an extra turn, and I get to do something a lot more fun. So we're just going to play these. I don't really care. We'll take Kudakook instead. Kudakook gives better points than Radovid's Royal Guards. Because I'm guessing there's going to be another one. And then we're just going to do it again because it's another free point. And here, I don't really care at all who I take. I'll just click on Temple Guard, and then we're going to put him back. And then, we just go ahead and convert these. Thank you for your sacrifices to my noble army. They're greatly appreciated. Target for Ildiko. I don't care where the boost goes. She's here for Vizigerd. Bloody Baron doesn't really need her because of Reynard. But this just face melted all of his plans, guaranteed. This is going to be a lot of removal coming out, though. We kind of wish we would have gotten off Philippa in time. Forget how much point value these guys have built up. I don't know why you don't go for the Meave here. Jeez. I'm guessing an Invo incoming. Yeah, not quite enough. Okay, we got a few options here. She's still boosted. I just want these removed. Ugh. Not great. To anybody who thinks the ball isn't good, though, here's your good answer. Alright, so the counter doesn't go till she gets purified, so that's gotta happen now. And now the next play is all gonna come down to whether or not Meave gets damaged here. If she doesn't, then it's done banners. If she does, then it's something to get her boosted again. Best way of doing that is probably Marines. Draug. Good value. Yeah, it's just a couple more units for Vizigerd. And we're going to ranged here just because of how Meave is working. This guy's probably need killed off. We can string together the kill with Vizigard. Let's just see. It's like, it's 1 point. If I lose by 1 point, then you guys can all yell at me. She's not going to go off again, though, so it's not an issue now. And we get him to commit all of his attacks here instead of looking at Ildiko. So that works out well for us. And Baron we get to play ranged because of Ildiko too. So he gets to play for an extra point. So honestly, this is like a good way of distracting the opponent. It's a terrible Master of Disguise.
All yours to command. We'll never lay down our arms.
I think these 9 points, we just removed these two guys. You know, they're nominally an additional 6 points. Vizigard bringing it to Nilfgaard. That feels right, doesn't it? Yeah, this leader really burns you on the Meave, though. Oh, go home, Nilfgaard. Okay, Usurper Emperor is 12 points. She's only 7, so he's a pretty clear answer here. So you want to play him to ranged with Ildiko? 12-point removal right there. Plus 7-point play. Yeah, had we had a different leader or brought Erland in, then we could play Meave, but I just really like the inclusion of the others. And it's just not enough. I don't know why you'd sit on Yenvo. You should have played Meave. I would have stolen. The Meave was worth so many points. I would have Yenvo'd the Dawnamir first thing first, then played ball. I mean, Dawnamir with Joachim is game over. Like auto forfeit. Anyway, I think this deck is dope. Hope you guys enjoy. Until next time, good luck on the path. Get out there, keep on Gwenting. Bye for now.